Hello everyone. In this video, now I'm getting to this a little late. We're going to be taking a look at I guess you could say the official blog of YouTube here, and their latest announcement of how they're going to artificially prop up the legacy media. And those outlets, probably like the Young Turks, the same asshole Cenk who took $2 million from Democrat kingmakers is surely going to get, a good chunk of change from YouTube as well. But we're going to take a look at the blog here announcing they're doing this backing of the legacy media. And I'm going to throw my 2 cents in as we go through, because I see things a little bit differently than some other creators out there. Because I see this as an opportunity for other sites like BitChute and DTube to gain massive ground. Because if creators, see, like myself, I upload on multiple sites because I know some people don't like YouTube and they're using BitChute or DTube. And me uploading to Facebook, that's more or less just me backing up my content. That's just, no one really views it there. I don't know. I don't even really check it. I don't use Facebook beyond that. But I actually see this as an opportunity for DTube and BitChute to basically take advantage of this and grow their platforms by considerable numbers. They just have to play it right. They could take advantage of this in a heartbeat, because if they start putting out there that, yeah, they're trying to sanitize YouTube, our platform isn't sanitized, the things that you're going to want to find are going to be here as opposed to over there, why not come over here? And more people will actually do that. So that's the whole thing here. To me, I see this as an opportunity. I don't see this as, because if you, as a creator, haven't hedged your bets at this point, that's your own stupidity. I mean, I've hedged my bets. I actually have better growth on BitChute and DTube than I do on YouTube. Go explain that one. Smaller platforms, smaller reach, yet I have larger audiences. That's one reason why I'm saying this is an opportunity. But let's get into this. Building a better news experience on YouTube together. Monday, July 9th, 2018. The work of trusted journalistic organizations is as critical as ever, especially when it comes to seeking information about current events online. Translation. We fucked up. We allowed the alternative media to have a platform and voice out here on YouTube, and our girl Hillary Clinton lost. Globalism lost. Cultural Marxism lost. Identity politics lost. Now, what we need to do is rig it and give them an opportunity to gain ground again. That's what they're basically saying with that. In March, the Google News Initiative kicked off with the goal of helping journalism thrive in the digital age. It is already thriving. Look at Dave Cullen and his audience. Look at Sarkuk the fuckwad and his audience. Look at his bottom bitch V and his audience. Look at Styx Hexenhammer 666. Okay? Look at the hard bastard. And many other channels that discuss and report on news and information. Look at Tim Pool, for example, as another one. They are thriving. They themselves are thriving. But CNN, MSNBC, the Young Turks, which is why Cenk got on his knees and sucked that Democratic kingmaker's dick for $2 million, which I'm sure Anna was on the other side of the shaft working it with them. That's why they took that money. So you have, like I said, CNN, MSNBC, the Young Turks. I'm sure Secular Talk will probably get a little of the chunk of change because he's pushing the right narrative, and they got to say, oh, we're fluffing we're bringing the alternative media into this. So he'll probably be one of their token ones, but it'll be all these legacy media outlets, okay, getting propped up by them. You will not see Styx, Hex, and Hammer 666 get offered anything. You will not see Sargon get offered anything. You will not see V or Dave Cullen or anyone in the alternative media that isn't pushing the narrative that they like seeing a dime of this money that they're offering as part of this, which I'm getting a little ahead of myself with that. But yeah. It's ridiculous. Today we're announcing steps we're taking with the GNI to support the future of news and online video and product features we've been working on to improve the news experience on YouTube. So basically, besides, helping them out, they're going to rig the game against people like me, people like Styx, and Dave, and Irate Bear, Sinatra, Speaks, all these different people. They're going to rig the game against us, which they've already done. I'm almost positive I'm shadow banned on YouTube when, like I said, my growth is better on these other platforms. Substantially better. Supporting journalism with technology that allows news to thrive. Translation. Supporting legacy media with technology that will hopefully give them a larger audience than they have, because we're losing the game on the information war here. We believe quality journalism requires sustainable revenue streams and that we have a responsibility to support innovation in products and funding for news. Oh, really? Really? You believe this? You believe this? Really? Yet, Paul Joseph Watson is a prime example. You've demonetized the overwhelming majority of his content. Sargon. And I can't stand Sargon. The overwhelming majority of his content you've demonetized. Dave Cullen, same thing. Most of the people on YouTube have had to resort to some form of crowdfunding, whether it's Patreon or some other, alternative out there, using PayPal, whatever. So you really aren't about sustainable revenue streams for quality journalism, unless it's what you consider quality journalism. So let's be honest about this. For example, in 2015, European publishers came to us to ask about how they could scale their video efforts, especially because maintaining video delivery infrastructure is costly. Working alongside them, we launched a player for publishers, a solution that enables news organizations to use YouTube's video player to give viewers a world-class video experience across their own website and mobile apps. Player for publishers reduces costs and offers improved monetization for news organizations. Because, heaven forbid, they sell advertising and then they're going to get advertising through YouTube. Really? Well, we're not. That's one reason why I haven't monetized yet, besides the change to 1,000 users. I could have done it before that point. I'm glad I didn't. I mean, this is ridiculous. So what they did is you basically customized a player that allowed a YouTube player that allowed for them to present their videos that are on YouTube. Big friggin' whoop. You can embed the YouTube video. So what you did is you just gave them a snazzy little skin on top of that. You make it sound like you've done a lot. But now you're going to, and it's going to screw everyone who's not in the mainstream or pushing the narrative you want. Since then, we've expanded these efforts beyond Europe. Today, over 100 publishers in more than 25 countries use Player for Publishers. As part of the launch of GNI in March, we announced funding to support the future of news. Today we are committing $25 million to a YouTube-specific investment. Yeah. You're propping up dying legacy media and quote-unquote alternative outlets that will push the narrative that you want. So, the Young Turks, Kyle Kuklinski over at Secular Talk, Pac-Man, okay? Those people, yeah, what you're going to do with like Pac-Man and all those half-wits is you're going to prop them up, because that's the only way that, you know, they can really survive in the information war, is being propped up and having things rigged in their favor. So anyway, expertise. We're establishing a working group with news organizations and experts from around the world to help us develop new product features, improve the news experience on YouTube, and tackle emerging challenges. Now I love this one. The next one here. News organizations including Vox, We're About to Go Bankrupt Media, Jovam Pan, and India Today are early members of the working group. We're looking forward to having more join as we convene the group in the coming weeks. Now, are you going to have Louder with Crowder there? Are you going to offer them any money? I sure as shit doubt it. I sure as shit you're going to do that. I doubt you're going to do that. Innovation funding. We will provide funding across approximately 20 global markets to support news organizations in building sustainable video operations, provided on an application basis to news organizations of all types. These grants will enable our partners to build key capabilities, train staff on video best practices, enhance production facilities, and develop formats optimized for online video. Yeah, because, you know, CNN, MSNBC, even Fox, but I'm sure they're probably not going to get much of a kickback from this, if at all, because they're not pushing the right ideological crap. They're actually kind of legit these days, which I find kind of funny. But basically, you're gonna prop these people up. You're gonna show them how to compete with people like me in front of a computer desk that I made myself out of kitchen cabinets because I needed something with a large desktop area. Sitting on a computer chair that ain't snazzy. Using a laptop that's 4 years old. Actually, no, I think it's pushing 5 at this point. You have to pump all this money in to have them take on someone like me. I don't know if I should feel threatened or flattered. I mean, if I was more like Dave Cullen, I'd actually probably find it flattering with, you know, his type of reach, or Styx's type of reach. I would probably find that flattering. Paul Joseph Watson, same type of thing. I'd probably find it flattering if I were them. I'm kind of like in a quandary at the size I'm at, because it's like, I'm a pissant. You're going to step on me because what? I'm over in my little corner doing my own shit? I ain't a threat to you. Not yet. Well, that's the operative word. Support. We're significantly expanding our team focused on supporting news publishers. These specialists will be based around the world and support partners with training and best practices in formats, audience development, day-to-day platform operations, and sophisticated technical integrations. News organizations interested in more information about these efforts can sign up here. Which, you know, anyone who signs up that's right of Karl Marx, unless they're, say, Fox, because they'd have to go, oh, look, there's our token conservative. There's our token conservative right there. But yeah, YouTube is a loss leader for Alphabet. They have not turned a profit. Yet somehow they come up with $25 million for this. That's bad business. But they're not in business to make money at this point. They're in business to push ideology. Making authoritative sources readily accessible. I love their choice of words, authoritative. Not as in like the idea of the authority on it. To me, that choice of using authoritative was about the idea of control. The idea of, like, you know, that's like 1984 newspeak. Authoritiveness is essential to viewers, especially during fast-moving breaking news events. So we've been investing in new product features to prominently surface authoritative sources. Translation. Like the Ministry of Truth in 1984, we want to force feed you certain things, and we need to be authoritative about it. And that's what we're going to do. Providing more sources and context on breaking news. Providing more sources and context. So you're basically going to push legacy media outlets like CNN, MSNBC, the big three, or at least they were back in the day for broadcast, ABC, CBS, NBC. The same people who took the shooting at that, newspaper and tried to spin it as a gun-toting, Trump-loving thing to push this anti-Trump, anti-gun thing. It blew up in your face. Those people are going to be your more sources, I'm sure. After a breaking news event, it takes time to verify, produce, and publish high-quality videos. Journalists often write articles first to break the news rather than produce videos. That is why in the coming weeks in the US, we will start providing a short preview of news articles in search results on YouTube that link to the full article during the initial hours of a major news event, along with a reminder that and developing news can rapidly change. So what they're saying is they're going to feed, at that point, they're turning YouTube into Facebook. Because, heaven forbid, you're searching for videos, and we're going to have you look at the articles so that you bypass someone like me who will dissect an article and call you out. Or the hard bastard who does it, or Matt Christensen, or Sargon. Because if you get the article yourself, and yeah, you'll read the first little bit of it, and you won't have someone take the time and actually go through it and call it out. That's what this is about. They're changing from a video platform to a propaganda-pushing platform. They're being blatant about it, and they're basically admitting it here. I mean, look at this. USA Today. Fake freaking news. CBS This Morning. Fake news. CNN. Fake news. Fox News, kind of legit these days because the left has just lost their shit and Fox doesn't have to spin or do any shady shit. Expanding top news and breaking news. To make it easier to find quality news. Newspeak, our top news shelf prominent highlights videos from news sources in search results. See the pictures below on the left. NBC, CNN, the New York Times. Quality news. That's priceless. Quality news. CNN, New York Times are not quality news. This is newspeak. For legacy media that will lie, cheat, and steal to do whatever they can to push an agenda. And when a breaking news event happens, we want users to know about it. That's why our breaking news shelf highlights video from news organizations about that event directly on YouTube's homepage. See the picture below on the right. CBS, Fox, CNN. Yeah, okay. So it's all legacy media. The corrupt legacy media. You gotta love this shit. Today, our top news and breaking news features are launched in 17 countries, including the US, UK, France, Italy, Japan, India, Mexico, Brazil, South Africa, Nigeria, and more. We will double that number in the coming months. Showcasing more local news, starting with the US. Oh, God. Many people want, value, and trust local news. No, that's complete bullshit. The trust in the legacy media, I think the polls kind of show otherwise, but okay. And when a major event happens, local reporters are often the first on site to capture events as they unfold. Okay. We've begun testing features that surface local news in the YouTube app for TV screens across 25 media markets around the United States, making it easier to access local news in the living room, our fastest growing screen. So far, local news has been strong engagement, and we'll be expanding it to dozens more markets like Cincinnati, Las Vegas, and Kansas City. Because heaven forbid you find out, yeah, because again, they're legacy media, and we need to promote the legacy media. Because heaven forbid people actually go out to the alternative media and get a different point of view and facts that counter narratives. I mean, heaven forbid on that note. Providing context to help people make their own decisions. We also believe users should be able to choose and make their own judgment about the information they consume, along with context to inform their judgments. That's why we're rolling out a few new features that we'll continue to build upon. Really? This is coming from the same company that's done limited state to Paul Joseph Watson because you didn't like his videos, because you thought that they countered your narrative, and he's pretty much your run-of-the-mill average conservative. I mean, he considers himself alt-light, you know, like new right, but his beliefs are pretty standard conservative run-of-the-mill. Steven Crowder, average run-of-the-mill conservative. You demonetized the shit out of him. That's why he did the Mug Club. Giving users more sources of information on topical searches and videos. Starting today, users will begin seeing information from third parties, including Wikipedia and Encyclopedia Britannica, alongside videos on a small number of well-established historical and scientific topics that have often been subject to misinformation, like the moon landing and Oklahoma City bombing. Now, what I find funny is the Oklahoma City bombing. There is actually proof of Timothy McVeigh on a military base right before the bombing. And I'm sure the video's out there. And I'm sure they're like, oh, that's complete BS, because it doesn't follow the official story. So I love how they choose Wikipedia. Now, Wikipedia is not a good source, because if someone turns around and does a video that says Sargon's a white supremacist and uses his Wikipedia page because it says he is, and there's an argument going on, that's considered a credible source, even though out of his own mouth and his actions speak otherwise. And you know that PolitiFact and Snopes are going to be sites that they're going to put next to this. You know that they're going to do that. That's a given. Oh, God. Investing in digital literacy education. Along with Google News Initiative and Google.org, we have teamed up with the Poynter Institute, Stanford University, Local Media Association, and the National Association for Media Literacy Education, NAMLA, not to be confused with NAMBLA, to support MediaWise, a U.S.-based initiative designed to equip 1 million teens with digital literacy skills. 6 incredible YouTube creators, including John Green, Ingrid Nielsen, and Mark Watson, will be working with MediaWise to bring awareness to digital literacy and help educate teens. Translation: you mean indoctrinate teens. This isn't going to be about educating them on content creation or anything about that. It's going to be indoctrination into cultural Marxism and why certain videos are bad and why they shouldn't do certain things with their content. I know it, you know it, we all know it. Unless you're on the left and you're not going to buy that, but that's what it's going to amount to. We remain committed. I'm a libertarian. I get stuck on the right. So I'm going to just embrace it these days. Yeah, if I'm on the right, fine. Fuck it, whatever. But yeah, idiots on the left aren't going to buy that. We remain committed to working with the journalism community to build a more sustainable video ecosystem for news organizations. because they're losing ground dramatically, we are going to do everything that we can to prop them up. We know there is a lot of work to do, but we're eager to provide a better experience to users who come to YouTube every day to learn more about what is happening in the world from a diversity of sources. Neil Mohan, Chief Product Officer, and Robert Kinkle, whatever the fuck his name is, Chief Business Officer. So, they've basically thrown down the gauntlet and said, yeah, we're going to basically prop up all these legacy media outlets that are losing money. We're going to take $25 million of our own money that we don't have because we're so desperate with the midterms coming. And we're going to prop up these outlets so that we can bombard you with non-stop, curated propaganda so that we can sway you into voting a certain way. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is an opportunity for sites like BitChute and DTube to take a stand and gain massive market share. Right now I see BitChute as more of a viable platform to do that. I love the cryptocurrency aspect of DTube and Steemit, which, you know, they're interrelated. But I see BitChute right now as the more viable of the two. If the guys there said, you know what, hey, all you creators that are about to have your content thrown down towards the bottom of the list, set up yourself your BitChute accounts here, upload to YouTube, we'll automatically pull it and put it on. And when the YouTube fuck you apocalypse happens to all you alternative creators, your shit's already covered. Your transition will be easy. And until that point, they can be building an audience. And I think that the BitChute guys should be going to prominent creators and saying, start uploading your stuff here. I really think that, because that integrated feature of pulling content from YouTube and uploading it to BitChute for you is a good thing. This is an opportunity. Take advantage of it. Don't run scared. We shouldn't be. I mean, one reason why I'm on BitChute is because I know like I said, I'm almost convinced at this point, I'm shadow banned. I get way more traction on other platforms than the biggest one out there with the most people on it. Huh. Go figure. So, let's take advantage of this, people. You know, if you're a content creator like me, start uploading your content to BitChute and DTube. Show YouTube that you're not going to go down quietly. Show them that you're going to go out the way you came into this world. Kicking, screaming, arms flailing, and covered in someone else's blood. Don't back down to them. We need to start standing up. Anyways, I think I've thrown my 2 cents in on this, covered it well enough, so I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.